Hey, this is MJ and welcome back to my Learn to Crochet with MJ course. In today's lesson, I'm going to show you how to fasten off your work and properly weave in your tails. This is an essential finishing step that secures your stitches and gives your project a clean and polished look. If you're brand new to crochet, make sure you've worked through our beginner basics and the foundational stitch tutorials first, then come back to this lesson to learn how to finish your swatch properly. For this tutorial, you'll need a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, and a measuring tape so we can see exactly how long to leave our tail before weaving it in. I'll also show you a few different needle options depending on the weight of yarn you're using. So let's get started so you can finish off your project right away. There's lots of different yarn options. There's these large plastic needles that you use if you're working with bulky yarn, super bulky especially. Now these little metal needles, you have different sizes to choose from. Again, if you're working with larger yarn, you want to use the bigger, and you can even see that the actual size of the needle, this one's smaller. Because I'm using a worsted weight yarn for these tutorials, I want to go with a smaller needle. It's going to be able to go through the stitches better and have a better finish. This style of needle, it's bigger as you can see as well, but it has this little loop on the end and they're kind of fun to use as well. Lots of different types. It's good to have different sizes if you are working on with different weight yarns. These beginner tutorials, we're working with worsted, so making sure you have a needle that is going to be a little bit smaller so you get a better weave. So this is what everything is going to look like when you're coming to the end of your work. So you have come to your last stitch and you now have this loop on your hook, and what do you do to finish off? So what we're going to do is cut our yarn. You want to make sure you don't cut it too close to the fabric because we need a tail that's long enough to securely weave. We don't want this work coming undone. So I like usually at least 6 inches. So if we measure here, you can see cutting it here would be 6 inches. So you want to get a visual of that to see roughly how much. If you have a little bit more, that's fine, but I like to go with 6 inches. So we're going to trim that. Okay, so we still have our loop here. We've trimmed our yarn. Now what we're going to do is just take the loop and pull. Okay, so we just pull that right through. And you can see if you give this a tug, your work's not going to come undone. So we have our starting tail, which is close to the 6-inch mark as well. If it's a little less, that's fine. But now we have 2 nice length tails to weave in. So I've marked the right side of my work. We have discussed looking at your work in previous videos, and you can see we have our rope-like texture. I have marked the right side, and we've also finished off on the right side of our work. So we have this nice edge right here. You can see our V's. It's a nice finished edge. If we look on this side, you're going to have a different look. You're going to see more just this loop, not the nice look of both of your V's here. So when we're weaving our tails, we always want to go to the wrong side of our work. So we don't want to weave them on the nice side that we're looking at. We want to weave them to the back. So we're going to take our yarn needle, and sometimes it can be tricky to get this through. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. A little tip to get the yarn flattened out is to take it on your needle, push it nice and tight, and then you can squish it through that needle. So we want to get the needle onto, or the yarn onto our needle. Then we're going to come down to our work. So this is knotted nicely, which is nice and secure. We're then going to weave through our stitches. We don't want it to pop through onto this side. See how you can't see my needle coming through? We want to basically go through this, like actually through the yarn of the stitch, because that is going to make it even more secure. If we were just, let's say we just went under this loop, we went under this loop, we went under this loop, we went under this loop, we're weaving it under the loops to hide it, but it's not going to be as secure. It's going to easily come out, where if we start taking our needle and actually, some of them we're going to go under, but then we're kind of pushing it through the yarn, kind of piercing the yarn and going through. I also like to try to find a thicker section. I don't want to weave it through this part of the body where, especially in our more open stitches like double crochet, we don't want that we end up with this yarn tail stringing through our stitches, because that's going to be noticeable. The idea is that we're camouflaging it the best we can through the thicker section of back stitches. Also, as you pull, this can really distort your work. You don't want to do that either. You want to make sure that you pull that, so now we haven't distorted anything. We want to keep weaving, piercing through the yarn if you can. Okay, so we're pushing that through. You can see that here it's puffed up a little bit more. You can always pull it back through and try again and try to get it camouflaged a little bit better. This is why having the tinier needle, especially when working with worsted or even finer weight yarns, is going to help you get through the yarn and sort of pierce it as you go. Pull that through. Make sure now. Okay, so at this point we've gone in that direction, but the issue is this can easily get pulled out. If the little piece here gets snagged, that tail can easily come back out. So now what we need to do is weave back in the opposite direction. Now make sure you don't weave exactly back where you did when you were coming this way, or you're just going to pull your yarn back out. So we're just going to go back. I'm going to go through the stitches again. But we want to go back in the opposite, because this will secure your tail so that it doesn't come loose. Again, we don't want to distort our stitches. When you get into your projects and you start washing items, or they're being stretched with wear or use, if you don't have securely weaved tails, it could easily unravel your project. So this is a very essential, necessary step, and it's also making your piece look more professional and finished. This can sometimes happen, and as you can see, we're losing yarn tail. So you want to make sure you've left enough that it gives you the opportunity to potentially even do a little more weaving. You can always go back, and I'm just going to go down here so I don't get my fabric too thick. But you can always go back and do a little bit more, especially if you know it's going to be an item that it's going to get a lot of wear, use. And you can always go back again just to make sure. Then what we can do is don't cut too close to the fabric. You don't want to risk wrecking any stitches. You're just going to trim that off once you have done all of your weaving. Now let's do our top. So we finished weaving the bottom tail. This can sometimes happen. This is quite normal that it's difficult to get this tail through these small yarn needles, and that's why having that extra length on the tail is always good. Now, as you can see, we have the loops here. It's not quite secure, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to loop it back around, and this is just going to secure that edge. You know how we had the little knot at the start? That's just going to help give it a little bit more security there, so we're not distorting that last stitch. So I'm just repeating the steps. I've brought it down, I'm weaving through, and then I'll just go back in the opposite direction. Now you can see my piece is laying really nice and flat. If you remember back to our single crochet, it tends to want to curl. So you can always finish off with blocking, and that's going to help flatten everything out and allow your piece to have a nice polished finish. Our chain 1 keeps our edges really straight on our pieces. We've now cleanly, efficiently weaved in those tails. So steam or wet blocking can be used to finish off your piece. Always with acrylic, you have to be really careful with steam so you don't melt the fibers, but we will go into more depth into blocking in a later tutorial. That wraps up today's tutorial on how to fasten off and weave in your tails. If you're following along with the full course, be sure to head over to mjsoffthehookdesigns.com and visit our Learn to Crochet Hub, where you can work through all the lessons in order and find the written guides to go along with each video. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and tap the bell so you stay updated on all my new videos and tutorials. Thanks so much, guys. Have an awesome day.